Hey, what's up, OV Tribe? Thanks for joining me today. Today, we have a lot of exciting things to cover. We have 4 new groups of products, about 18 products total that we are releasing. We're going to be releasing those at a discount to you, the OV Tribe, as well as giving away some free bonuses on the website and doing free priority shipping until July 7th. So stay tuned in this video while we dive in, cover those products, and let you know all the other details. All right, so the first product that I want to talk about on this new product release day is a new sleeping pad. A few seasons back, I was in Colorado backpacking with our long, wide sleeping pad, and while that gave me really good, comfortable night's sleep, it was a little bit big to pack. With everything on that, you're almost 1 pound, 10 ounces, and so I wanted to try to shave off some weight off of that, as well as also fit it into some of these smaller shelters that are really popular now and make it a little bit easier to inflate. So those are some of the criteria we wanted to design for, and so what we came up with was a new cut on the mummy pad, the pad design, to make it a mummy version. With that, it takes less bags of air to do. We also were able to get a little bit more insulation in by working closely with the manufacturer on this to add a little bit more insulation, which also bumped up the temperature rating slightly on this. We're gonna rate it the same on the website, but this one will feel a little bit warmer than, say, our other long, wide pad. The main thing we were really able to get out of this is reduced weights though. So on the regular pad, we didn't cut a ton of weight. We only cut 2 ounces out of that, but on the long, wide pad, we cut 6 ounces out of that pad, definitely bringing that weight down a lot. So now, without the compression bag or the pump sack that you see here, you're looking at 16 ounces in the regular and 17.5 ounces in the long wide, which is definitely light for how luxury and comfortable this pad really is. This pump sack right here is gonna add another 3.5 ounces or 3.3 ounces. So that's yours to choose whether to bring it or not, depending on how lightweight you really are. The pad itself, we went back to the 3-inch middle baffles and then the 3.5-inch outside baffles. What that's gonna do is cradle you onto the pad, and then it also gives you the ability to still let air out of that valve and not hit your hip on the ground, and then it provides some extra warmth as well with the height of those baffles not being oversized. All right, so the second group of products that I wanna release right now are our new Loft hybrid pieces. We're releasing those in a top quilt, an under quilt, and an atlas, and they're available in 0, 15, and 30 degree sizes. So why did we design these bags and why are we changing the atlas? Well, if you've listened to us on the podcast, you'll hear me talk a little bit about Outer Vitals in the beginning and Outer Vitals 2.0. In the beginning, we made some products that were a little bit budget conscious. We were trying to hit certain price points, but as we've grown and developed, I've realized that I just want to develop the best gear that we possibly can. So this Loft hybrid insulation is the best at one specific thing. To help explain what the purpose is behind these bags, I want to tell you a story about when I was first getting into backpacking. My dad was actually following a company, and this individual that was running the company was always talking about how his bag needed to be able to withstand moisture. He talked about certain situations where he would have died, other situations, armed forces, where they really needed to be able to use a product that could get soaking wet and not allow them to freeze to death out there. I went and subscribed to this guy, started watching his videos, and he had a big point. And I eventually went and actually purchased their bag. I bought the lightest bag that they had, was pretty stoked about it. When it finally arrived to my door, I opened it up, I picked it up, and I put it back in the box and I set it aside and I gave it to someone else because I would never use that sleeping bag. It was nearly 6 pounds and that was the lightest weight model they had. Ever since then though, I've had that desire to build something that is totally bomb-proof, that could get wet, keep you warm, stay lofted, and not have the down sides of a traditional down bag, but something you could still backpack with, right? It's fine if it can resist moisture, but if you can't backpack with it, it still doesn't fit the lifestyle that we were searching for. So last year we released a Loft product in a top quilt, and it did okay, but we got some feedback and it wasn't quite there. So we went back to the drawing board and we redesigned it, and we started adding down a hydrophobic 800 fill power, a premium level down, into the Loft mixing it together, and that created this beautiful synergistic relationship between these insulations. Now you can completely soak it out, it dries out super fast, it stays lofted. In fact, I just released a video on our YouTube channel, and you've probably seen some of our older torture test videos that we've done on the YouTube channel where I soak bags and sleep in them. Well, we just did that with the new hybrid Loft insulation, and between you and me, it was the best performing one that we've had, especially when you factor in the fact that it still can compress small, be compact, compared to say the OB Lights that I originally did that test on. So super awesome video. Go check it out if you're interested in this stuff. It's a total bomb-proof bag, and it does all that with a 650 fill power level insulation in there. When you average out the two insulations that are combining, it's still super compressible, lofts up really well, and stays super warm. So I'm super excited about this, and it's totally a bomb-proof bag that's going to fit into a lot of situations. Just this last winter, I found out the situation that I'm going to be applying this bag in. I've been a huge down advocate for a long time. I live in the desert. I don't have to worry about this stuff. But I was out on a winter backpacking trip. It was crazy bad weather, and I buttoned down everything on my tent, including the ventilation. That was a rookie mistake and kind of a lazy mistake. I should have got out and changed that. I knew that I had done it. But all the sides of my tent also got blocked in. And when I woke up in the morning, everything was frozen on the inside of my tent. Well, as soon as that sun got up and hit my tent, everything started dripping, and before I knew it, my bag was soaking wet. Had I been out there with a down bag and been going for multiple days, it would have really, really made me nervous. And I would have been freaking out about how not to get my bag wet on the future days. Been trying to figure out how to dry things out, and in the winter, it's really, really hard to dry things out on a trip. So for me personally, I'm gonna be using a Loft hybrid bag in those winter months. I really, really enjoyed that. All right, so let's talk really quick about the Baffle Sizes, some of the changes that we did. On our Atlas bag here, you can see we ran with this center zip. On the feedback we've been getting, people have been loving it. We've redesigned that shoulder baffle inside there. It seals up really nice. I really like it, although it will take a little bit of getting used to, but after your first trip, you're gonna be loving this center zip. But it allows us to break these into smaller channels and keep this insulation extremely stable, and having that insulation fill every gap and corner of it. We did the same thing on our top quilts. We stayed with this similar design, dividing out these panels and making this insulation extremely stable. So one of the side benefits of this insulation as well that I just wanted to touch on really quick is that even though these are designed to be a very premium bag and bomb-proof for specific situations, they are about 40 to 50% less than a traditional down bag, and that's just because the cost for us to produce it is less. So if you are someone that's budget-minded, I would highly recommend you look at these type of products. You're gonna get some serious advantages, and it's gonna save you a little bit of money on your wallet. We are pioneering this insulation. We're really excited about that, and we're stoked for you to get it. All right, so for the part that you guys have all been waiting for, what is the launch discount? What are you guys gonna be getting? So on all the products that we just released, which is like 18 new product lines, well, 4 new product lines, 18 new variations, degree ratings, sizes, you can get 15% off right now on the website. You're also gonna get some free swag. So if you spend 99 bucks, you're gonna get this shirt right here, Take Less, See More shirt. And that's just at 99 bucks. And then if you spend 199 bucks, we're gonna give you our Tenacious tape filled repair kit. That's what I take in my pack at all times. It's a ½ an ounce, and it'll repair pads, tents, jackets, sleeping bags, whatever it is. It just lives in my pack, and it's something that everyone should have in their pack. So if you spend 199 bucks, we'll throw that in. You're also gonna get free priority shipping from now until the end of the sale, which is July 7th, if you are in the lower 48 of the United States. So make sure to jump on there, order before the 7th. I wouldn't wait till the 7th, as our Loft hybrid stuff has been really, really popular. In fact, in our 0 degree Atlas and our Mummy Pod, we do have some stockouts on the 0 degree models. They've been really popular. So if that's something you're looking for, make sure to jump on early, get these while you can. We have had some hiccups in our second batch as far as just lead times and some things like that. We're hoping to have them by mid-fall back in stock. So make sure to jump over there. Make sure to do it before the 7th. You're gonna get the discounts, and you're also gonna get this free swag. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you on the next video.